All right, guys, Shotty T here. Got another video. You guys are looking at a divine tree right now. I think I talked about this before, but if I didn't, again, this is season 4 related. There's a divine tree where basically we just charge it, and once it's fully charged as a whole server, we get additional 250 resistance, and there are even small nominal rewards for charging. So just do it. So if you're in 255 or if you're in this season in a different server, make sure you're charging the tree. Don't make this process string out any further, because this has been going on since the beginning of the week, because it's a very slow charge process. And we get this stuff too. Once it's as a server individually, we all get this stuff. So just do it. All right, so the time has come. I haven't been as excited to do a video. I know it's kind of exaggerating it, but always good to bring your childhood youth back into the game at times. Because believe it or not, I like to play Mahjong a lot when I was, because I do have a little nerdy side to me. So when they brought this in, I thought this was going to be similar to the dog feeding the dog event, like in previous season, I think season 2. But it turns out that's not the case. This is like basically like a Mahjong. And what Mahjong is, I know I told you guys in the previous video, make sure you look it up. You're just basically matching tiles, and you're just getting rid of the tiles until there's nothing left. But there's a strategy to it. So this game has has that aspect, but they give you some lifelines. So just in case you're not a Mahjong expert, you do have lifelines. So, but I'm probably not gonna do this every day, because I don't want to bombard you with this. But sometimes people might need help on solving these, so I can just post it, and there you go. You just copy what I do, and you get your free rewards. Because if you do the rewards, if you do it, you get some good rewards. You get the good season material here for the stones and some resources. So, and this is stage 3. So yeah, so that's all you're doing. You're just moving tiles to the elimination area, so you kind of get some spare spots to mess up, and then once you get 3 in a row of an item, it'll make some room for you to put more items, and then you have some items that'll help you progress as you go, and you accumulate them each day apparently. So let's do stage 3. Okay, so so these items here, um, is these are like remove. So basically, it's kind of like you remove the tile from the thing, and then this one right here you recall. So that way, if you mess up a move, like if you can, it's like a mulligan in golf. Well, some of y'all probably don't know what a mulligan is. A do-over basically. So if you make the wrong move, you get a do-over. And then this one, I believe, probably, let me see what that does. I don't want to click on it by mistake. Oh, it just shuffles the cards. So I guess it kind of rearranges them to make it easy. So right now, everything we see is on the surface level. The stuff that you see in the background that's faded, that's probably stuff at the very bottom. So our primary focus is see what's visible. So we see that there are 6 bowls. There are 3 rice cakes, or whatever the thing looks like, a pile of rice. We got 4 grapes, 3 popsicles, and 4 pieces of chicken or shrimp, whatever that is. So the thing that's safe to remove is going to be the bowls. So we're going to do 3 bowls, 1, 2, 3, and bam, it disappears. So just like that, and 1, 2, 3. So simple enough. So now that we removed the bowls, then you have to kind of reanalyze, reevaluate where you want to go. So what's safe to remove? The rice pile. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm calling it rice. I don't know what it is, but we're just calling it rice. All right, so we're gonna get rid of that. So now we have chicken. The chicken looks safe to remove, so we're gonna go ahead and remove. But the piece of chicken that I'm going to remove, that's gonna be the key. I am going to remove the 2 chickens on the bottom, because this is going to be a lot of piles of stuff below the stuff at the bottom. That's going to be the key to solving this puzzle. So I'm going to remove that, And before I remove that third one, I want to try to reevaluate, because now we have 5 grapes, and one of the grapes are behind the other, but there's a lot of stuff that's still yet to be uncovered at the bottom. So I want to try to prioritize getting that bottom stuff. So what I'm gonna do next are the popsicles. I'm gonna get those out the way because those look pretty safe to clear. And that one that's by itself, I can save that for last. So I don't need to open that. So the priority is to get stuff that's underneath. So we're gonna click this one first. Okay, so now we have 6 grapes. So I think it's now safe to remove all 6 grapes because it's not gonna hurt us. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right. And now we have a popsicle. Again, we don't want to try to waste that popsicle in the middle because it's by itself. So I can remove that at any time. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna remove this chicken here. All right, so now we got another chicken. Okay, so the rice things at the very top right, they're by themselves, so I can remove them at any time as a free space. So I'm gonna remove these 2, and then we got more chicken. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm gonna remove the grapes. I'm gonna remove this one at the very top just to have an emergency grape to pull in case I need to get rid of another grape. And this one is probably a good one to get rid of now because it covered 2 spots. And now we got that left. So now we have more rice. We're gonna go ahead and get this one here. And now we got bowls. So these bowls might be stacked on top of each other. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this bowl out the way and just save that there. And then the popsicles, I'm gonna get this one, and that one. And then we're gonna go to this bowl. And I think there's something else underneath that bowl, but I'm gonna go ahead and get some more chicken out the way. Let's get these 3 pieces of chicken. And we have more bowls. All right. This is fun, guys. I know some of you guys what, are you excited about this stuff? Yes. Yes, I am. And I know some of you guys just as excited as I am. So, all right, so we're gonna get that out the way. And like I said, these only get harder. Now, this is supposed to be pretty easy, so these are pretty straightforward. I could probably go through this a lot quicker, but I'm just interacting with you guys. I think I pretty much got it now because we're near the very bottom. So right now, it's not going to hurt to do anything because you want to save these freebies at the bottom, these lifelines, for when it gets tougher. Because right now, I didn't have to use these, so it's pretty straightforward. So let's just go ahead and finish the rest of this here. Grape, grape, grape. Rice, 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 popsicle, popsicle, popsicle. And we have our rewards and perfect clearance, I guess, if you don't make any mistakes. So that's why you want to think carefully because perfect clearance, these things are not hard to come by, are not easy to come by. So you definitely want to take any opportunity, chance to get those type of items. So even though this event seems like, oh, it's part of the game, unfortunately, and there are great rewards you can get. Like this is nothing to snooze at, because that's another upgrade building instantly by itself. So that's a matter of fact, let's go ahead and upgrade one of these outside buildings here. Actually, I got to redeem it here. Okay, now we can upgrade. So now we're slowly but surely getting all these buildings to level 30. And I think they go beyond level 30. So we're going to do that. And that actually got me 2 upgrades at one time. And I'm just balance upgrading. I just do them all because that way it allows you to maximize your output per hour to upgrade these things sooner. And this will probably be ready to be upgraded before I go to bed. So we'll do some more zombie hunting later tonight. So yeah, so this is season 4. But every season got some sort of fun thing that you have that gets you season-based reward. So season 4, you got the Mahjong game. I think season 1, you had like this reactor thing where you combine a bunch of items together to form a reactor, and every time you formed them, you got season related stuff. And it had a similar setup to where if you were missing treasure map pieces, it's similar to this, where if you're missing certain pieces, you just request them, and you form a perfect, I guess, a perfect element of all items. And then once you fill up the whole thing, you'll get more season items. And I think season 2 you had that feeding the dog thing, and then season 3 I forgot what it was, but it was something else. So every season got their own twisted game where you can get it. So out of all of them, I like this one because this one actually requires some thinking, some critical thinking. Like the other stuff, feeding the dog, like that's RNG related, because sometimes it's luck of the draw what ingredients you have to feed that dog. But yeah, I love Mahjong, so I like that got brought back to the game. So and this is going to be every day for the rest of the season for the next 30 days. So I can't wait to see what happens when the difficulty gets higher. So when the next difficulty comes around, I'll probably do another video then, because right now it's still considered quote unquote easy. So it should not be any difficulty going through this without any issues. Just make sure you critically think of what you can remove safely and what you can get by without removing, so that way that you're not wasting moves, and make sure that you're having all maximum spots that you have on your at the bottom open to just kind of maneuver. It's almost like playing solitaire in a way, if you ever played solitaire, so, or the spider version of solitaire. Anyway, guys, I know that's enough nerd talk for today. But anyway, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.